Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging with the Kiddos Creative Creations. I'm Latoya, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create custom plates. I'm going to be designing over on Canva, and I'm going to be cutting out my template with my Cricut machine over in Design Space. You can totally create your design and cut directly in Design Space, but I prefer to create my designs over on Canva and just upload them to Design Space. So if you're interested in learning how to create your own custom plates, make sure you watch the video to the end. If you all find this video helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned. Alright, so to get started, the first thing you want to do is head on over to canva.com, and if you haven't already, create a free account. Next, you want to go to custom size, make sure it's in inches, and you want your size to be 7 by 7 inches, and select create a new design. Once your blank canvas pulls up, you want to head on over to elements, scroll down to shapes and select your circle. You want to size this circle to about 6.9 inches. Next, you just want to center this. And there you have it. We have pretty much created the template that we need for the plate. From here, we can start creating our design. You can head on over to your upload tab and upload all of the clip arts and different elements you may want to use in your design. If you wanted to change the background color, you would simply click on that circle, head on over to your color tab, and you can change the color from there. If you wanted a custom color, you would click here. If you knew the hex number, you would put that number in here, or you can just play around with the colors here. To add text, you will simply click the text tab. If you wanted to change the font, you can click up here and select from the many different fonts that Canva have. If the font has a crown on side of it, it means it is a pro font. And if you don't have the paid version of Canva, it's not going to be free. But they have a ton of free fonts for you to use. All right, so I have gone ahead and pulled up the folder that I want to use. If you don't have the Pro Edition of Canva, you can find all of the clip arts and photos that you have uploaded under the Uploads tab. Next, I'm about to quickly create a design, print, and assemble. Stay tuned. Once you're finished with your design, you want to head on over to your Downloads tab. If you're cutting this out by hand, you want to save it as a PDF file. If you're sending this over to your cutting machine, you want to save it as a PNG file. Now, if you have the Pro Edition of Canva, you can save it with the background transparent. But no worries, if you don't have the Pro Edition, you can remove the background, and your software and Cricut Design Space are over in Silhouette, and select Download. All right, so before we print and assemble, I did want to show you how you can use images for your backgrounds instead of solid colors. like the ones I did for my daughter's birthday. Okay, so to do this, the first thing I want to do, I'm just going to add a new page. Head on over to Elements. Scroll down to Frames, and you want to select the circle frame. You're going to resize your frame again to 6.9 inches. Next, I'm going to go back to my Cliparts, and I'm going to select the image that I want to use for my background. I'm going to select the image, and you can drag and drop the image into the photo frame. And there you have it. Now I have an image for my background. Now, if I wanted to do a double image, what I would do first, I need to lock this frame, because if you don't lock it when you go to add a new image, it would actually just replace the first image. So first I'm going to lock this background. I'm going to go back over to Elements. If I wanted a solid color, I would simply just select the shape, circle. And I would make sure I center this. And now I would start adding in my clip arts and text. Instead of a solid color, if I wanted that glitter effect, like this image of glitter, I would go back over to Elements. I would select my frame again. I would resize it. I would make sure it's in the center. And you can resize it however you like it. Now I would go back over to my clip arts, and I would select that image that I want to use. So I would select this image, and I would drag and drop it. Alright, so once you have your image in place, you want to lock this image. And now you can start adding your clip arts and text. If you don't lock the image, this is what's going to happen when you go to add your image, your clip art. It's just going to get replaced. So you want to make sure you lock this image. Every time you use a frame, you want to make sure you lock it. Now we can add our clip arts. Okay, since I'm going to be cutting my design out with my Cricut, I save my design as a PNG file. Next, I open up Cricut Design Space. I'm going to select New Project. Once my blank canvas pulls up, I'm going to head on over to my Upload tab. I'm going to select Upload Image. I'm going to select Browse. And I'm going to find the design that I just saved. Now you can select here to erase that background. And you want to save it as a print then cut image. Once my image upload, I want to scroll down because you're going to have to resize this image. Click it, click the Unlock tab, and you want to resize it to 6.75 by 7 inches. And next you can click Make It. You want to select Send to Printer. You want to turn off the bleed, the printer you're going to be using, the number of copies you need. I personally turn off the bleed. I'm going to be printing on glossy photo papers. And if you're using the glossy photo paper, you want to use System Dialog so you can go in and adjust your printer settings. For paper type, I need to select photo paper or glossy paper. And the print quality needs to be set to best. Now I can print. Okay, so I wanted to show you how to resolve an issue if you're working over on Canva, creating your design, but you don't have the Pro edition of Canva and you can't save it with a transparent background. Now, for instance, this design that I created for my daughter, the image background that I use has white in it. So when I save this with a white background, when I uploaded it to Cricut Design Space, so I uploaded this image in Cricut Design Space. Now you can remove the background over on Design Space, but this is the issue you may have when the image that you use in your design is white also. When you go to remove the background, it removes some of the image. So because that image had white in it, it also removed that white in my background image, and that's not what I wanted. So to resolve this issue, this is what I had to do. Before I saved this image, I clicked the background, I clicked the color tab, and I just made the background a different color. So let's go with yellow. Don't worry, we're going to be able to remove this yellow background. I saved it as a PNG file. Now, as you can see, now my background image did not get erased. Your printer, how many copies you need. I personally turn off the bleed. If you're going to be using the glossy photo paper, make sure you select the System Dialog. When I'm printing on my HP printer, my paper type needs to be set to photo paper or glossy paper, and my print quality needs to be set to best. Guys, so I have cut it out. I'm removing it, and this is how it looks. This is the photo paper that I use. This is from Walmart. And I also wanted to show you that you can totally cut this out by hand also. Just print it out. Make sure you print it the actual size because you don't want your circle to be too big. And you can just cut it out by hand. Alright, so once you have your circles all cut out, you want to grab your plates. And the plates that I'm using and the plates that I use to create this template are the plates, the clear plastic plates from the Dollar Tree, and they come 8 in a pack. and they are 8.75 inches in width and height. And this is how I do mine. You don't want to put them on the front, of course, because we want these to be eaten off of. So you turn it around, and I'm going to take my double-sided tape. This is the double-sided tape that I have. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to place a small piece of tape at the top and at the bottom and on the sides here. And you're not going to really be able to see the tape because it is clear. You just cut off a small little piece. Okay, so once you have all of your tape on, you're going to flip your plate upside down, and you're going to take your image, and we're going to place it on the plate. You want to make sure you just press down slightly to make sure it sticks really good. And there you have it. Now you can eat off of the front of the plate. Alright guys, there you have it. We have created our very own custom plates. Sorry for the noise in the background. It was actually raining the day that I filmed this. I still hope you all found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I post more videos. Thank you again for watching and see you next time. Bye.